Buenos dias, buenos tardes, and buenos noches, mi amigos, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo. Once again, Nine Null, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, MK. We've got the winter bracket final here of Copa Peru. So nobody gonna be going home, but that shouldn't stop any of the action. We've got Dynasty, aka Babylonia, up against South Stars. And last week, Babylonia Dynasty, we'll be calling them. They only beat L'Obscurite by 300 points. South Stars only beating Hikori by 400. So, I mean, this should be a very even matchup. Very curious to see how it's going to play out. Of course, we casted that Hikori versus South Stars match, and it came. I'm pretty sure it did just come down to a penalty, right?
Yeah, that's what it came down to, pretty much. I mean, the whole
Pretty
regular
much.
game would have been pretty irrelevant, except the last chapter was the only
Right.
time the other team should have went first. So other than that, it really didn't matter and all. But it could have went a different way. But either way, that's the way it was called, and the results are what we see right here.
Yeah, I mean, I did forget the exact number if it was 400 or 450, but that's pretty much the same amount of the score difference between the two teams ended up being. So that was pretty crazy. But regardless, I mean, South Stars, I felt like they earned that victory against Hikori. And I believe it was on this very map, was it not? So we've been seeing quite a bit of Dead Before Dawn, and yeah, I think it's a great. Well, I mean, people have their own opinions of this custom campaign, but I view it quite highly, and it does show up late in tournament brackets time and time again.
Yeah, and let's make one thing noted here for everybody that is watching, and it's just so we're all on the same page here. This is the winner bracket final. It is the best of two, which means a total
Oh,
accumulation of two maps. But we are only going to see one this week, and we're going to play the next one next week. So this is going to be
okay,
the one game first, and then when they start the next one next week, they'll add those two totals and start from there. So just
interesting.
so everybody keep that in mind. That is the way that they decided to do it. They're not going to play both games today. So the question is, now are we going to see 1 through 5? With that being said,
Hmm.
and I hope it's close, and I hope we see it.
Yeah, always a fan of the chapter 5 on Dead Before Dawn, and just in general adds a little spice. Of course, depending on where we go, it can be a little bit awkward to see it come out, but from the caster booth, it's always fun to see. Can't complain about it too much. As for upcoming matches in Copa Peru, we're kind of winding down here. This is the final six teams that we're looking at right now. Of course, upper bracket right here. We've also got four other teams that we can get into a little bit later as the ready ups are out. South Stars on the Survivor side, Dynasty, Special Infected, Charger Hunter, Boomer, Smoker. Row drop. Actually, a bunch of them jump over, but they all drop down except for Row. Smoke is good. They do get the beautiful one shot, as well as the charge connection. Pretty run of the mill first hit. I mean, honestly, with no spit, getting 5% and maybe some extra ticks here, not bad.
Yeah, I think it was pretty well done. The Charger got a punch and got the 10 damage. So you can see he has 7 damage on the board. That's pretty, like you were saying, that's pretty good without a spitter. Anything plus 5%, especially in the finals of a tournament, would definitely be very advantageous for them, I would say, or
Right.
a good start, more like it. But looks like the Infected wanted to spring a trap pretty quickly there, and Tricap would spit. Great sack order. Oh, this Charger got a great spawn there, no, but he missed it. Hunter gets blasted. Jockey finds the target. And they get actually about another 6%. Not bad at all, considering nothing was capped in the spit.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to have a relatively early tank. Oftentimes seeing the tank fight here, but it will be a shorter pathway. For the tank, you got the option to bring in the alarm car in the hands of Healy, of course. It's it straight through. Nice first hit. Well, I do wonder about the follow-up, though, for this. Actually going to start playing with the dumpster as well. And I don't know, do you think he can get both of these in?
I think he definitely has perfect time to do this without issue.
Wow.
The survivors look like they wanted to be a little aggressive. They saw the hittables come flying. They back up. He's going to get that couple of frames of rage back in a grace period since they're retreating backwards. See? Okay, this is actually pretty good here, now. Look at this. He does manage to get 3 hittables in, and I believe he's going to have time to get... Oh, my goodness. These hittables are going in such good favor for Healy right now. This is probably kind of flabbergasting now. These are beautifully set up here.
It can be kind of awkward as he's got it right up on top of other objects, but the dumpster doesn't go too crazy, and he will hit it straight in on the follow-up. 70% second pass, so it doesn't have too many more chances at this card, but pops it right into place and sends it very far. Of course, he does have other cards that he can deal with. A crazy dumpster hit as South Stars are completely backing it up. Healy is second pass, 20%. He's got to roll it in. Early smoke onto Waleb, and the jockey will take it as he stands up. Tank immediately turning to try to cover for the jockey, and he will be able to. South Stars, in the meantime, rope around the backside. Eventually start making it out where they're avoiding the hittables, but down goes Waled. Should be a kill for Healy here. In the meantime, he's barely lost any HP. Still 4,600 HP as Waled dies off. He's still got this hittable under his control. It's really the only hittable left at this point, I feel like. But he's also got a Hunter, Jockey, and a Smoker to back him up. And there's only 3 survivors. So if they can just land 2 of these caps, of course, everything is already spawned in. So it is going to be kind of difficult to actually find these caps. But maybe a Hunter with the Smoker, with the Jockey distraction. There's a smoke. He's just going to take the smoke target. He's not going to be greedy. And it pays off for the time being. Can he finish off Rope before he kills Hunter? Not quite. Roe's not dead. The Hunter's not either. And they do clear the Hunter. Healy's still got 4k HP though. And this is eventually going to be the wipe for Dynasty. Very well played by them. I mean, yes, the clear comes out. But Healy is working with so much HP here, MK. And he is eventually going to wipe it up.
Yeah, that is an amazing beginning here for Dynasty / Babylonia. It's just a matter of time before they pick Nick off here. I mean, Nick needs to pull a miracle out. He's Jocko. He gets the jockey. He eats the rock. The charger misses. Okay, the boomer will definitely slow this down for Nick. And now Nick can just run. And this isn't going to amount to any amount of points. No, it's just going to prolong the inevitable. Because no points can be gotten. The tank just has to kill the down guys. No points will be given until the tank is deceased. 111 HP charger coming to clean it. Gets melted. Hunter lands. And that will be the wipe now. Only 139 for South Stars. Rough start and a little bit of a miscommunication on the tank commit as Ed gets separated. And unfortunately, it reaches the South Stars' demise.
Yeah, it was a very unique and creative movement by South Stars, but ultimately just wasn't effective. Axon giving that tank everything that he possibly could, but of course with the rest of his teammates down or dead, didn't have a lot of options available to him, especially when the boom made it in. Continued to muddy the waters and eventually went down. Gonna flip over to Dynasty's Survivor side, where they are now going to face the Charger, Smoker, Boomer, Hunter from South Stars. At about 5% was Dynasty's side. We'll see if South Stars can find the same success.
Zombies aren't bad enough.
Okay, then, yes, we are vampires.
All right, we did see a pretty good opening hit from Dynasty / Babylonia. Opening hit doing 5% without a spitter. South Stars probably wants to try to repeat that to the other team. It looks like... I think it's a little undecided. I don't see if they want to go on the bottom or the top. But a little difficult to get the top survivors without a spit. There's no separation possibility. But here we go. See what they do now when they go down. What do you think?
I think, okay, wow, we're going to see it play out in front of our eyes. Charge goes very fast. Hunter gets one-shotted. Smoker gets cleaned up, and that is nothing. Absolutely nothing from South Stars.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, 0 is what it is. Nothing comes out from the infected. A lot of zeros in the survivor's health bar, but there's ones in front of it, of course, so... They don't have no HP, but they're looking pretty healthy. Reloading. Spawn's coming up. Actually, not the greatest stack order either. It's going to be a 2-2 with Hunter and the jockey. Looks like they want to go pretty quickly, but no matter what, this will be the last hit before tank. Hunter spitter above. Boomer looks like he wants to wait for them to cross on the side. One pause for map 1.
Not bad.
All right, Jockey tries to find a target. He does land. The stumble. The Hunter's a little late.
Ooh.
And some damage left on the board there from the South Stars. Hunter a little close, a little slow to cover that Jockey there. No, good shutdown from Dynasty.
Yeah, that's 2 skeets in a row for Healy. And yeah, whereas South Stars also found that first skeet on the first hit, they did not get the follow-up. And also, you know, Charger landing versus Charger missing. It was a very small detail there, just looking a little bit one way or the other, but it does have that snowball effect. And we're looking at Dynasty here with 98.9% of the bonus charge. Not going to find anything. Of course, you know, the kind of reassuring thing for South Stars, despite not really being able to find much damage, is this is a very hittable heavy tank. So obviously it doesn't really matter how much HP you're at if you get hit by a hittable. So I think South Stars will have that potential to bail them out.
Yeah, and here it goes. He's going to bring his toy into play. The other one got kind of hectic here for his commit. There was a little bit of a miscommunication on the survivors. Babylonia probably don't want to do that. Looks like they're positioning now where they want. Oh, this guy's being really aggressive. They have a smoker too. This is really risky. No, I don't know if he realizes it. Oh, that smoker was just a little late. Oh, he misses a punch.
Whoa.
Turn punch, too far. One punch onto Nick. Smoker pull misses. Oh, the bank shot, it misses. Tank down to 4,000 plus. There goes the pole. Jockey trying to cover. Oh, they're getting separated. The skeet, the rock lands. Jockey lands. But the smoker doesn't have a pole. And no, this tank's not going to get much more. I don't know what he can do by himself here. Stuck out in, I don't even know where to call it. Out in the bush.
Yeah, quite literally. And yeah. Okay. Oh, go. Protect your neck here. Axon still does have 2k HP. Charge lands. I mean, huge separation here. He just lobs the car over. This guy's going to go down. Is he going to die, though? I don't think Axon has enough HP to do. He's going to try it. And he finds another. And he does die. Ellis didn't find the double cap. And it's a one.
No, what are we watching?
What?
What is happening, no?
Okay. All right. Yeah, South Stars will definitely take those. All right.
Crazy, bro. I thought we were going to have a lopsided first chapter, and now it is South Stars in the lead by 12. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to talk about momentum and how important it is and how off color it looked like South Stars were playing, but you know, there is such a thing as too much momentum and riding the momentum too far into areas where maybe you shouldn't go. We had insane amounts of split from Dynasty, and then, you know, even after the clears come out, the guy gets capped again, and it's like there's an in cap, and now they're scrambling, and once they start scrambling, it's Left 4 Dead 2 is just one of those games where everything can fall to pieces in the blink of an eye, especially on a tank in a hittable reach environment. Right. I mean, if it is inside, it's kind of a double-edged sword for the survivors. Yes, there's stuff to jump on, but there's also just so many ways to get isolated when you go for, like, by doing those jumps, you kind of oftentimes open yourself up to danger from the support and things like that. We'll see how it plays out. It's going to be Dynasty operating at first, but before we get to that, of course, we got a couple hits here. First one's going to be a 2-2 with the Hunter Smoker. As South Stars, they're ready to go. They're ready to get into it.
All right, I always talk about this now. I do it every time we see this chapter. No infected are making a play on the safe room. Nick left it open.
Yeah.
Boomer falls down. Okay,
Wow.
but it's just going to be a sack. They're just gonna. Okay, the hunter came back here now.
Oh.
No. Okay, I thought he was gonna go for it. I would love to see the double stack. No, I really would love to see it. We always call it every time. We've yet to see it happen, I believe, together where it works out.
I think maybe one time. Yeah, I think maybe one time. But we do have a new hit, and they're actually going to send it here. The Smoker initiates into the Jockey as they continue to stack Nick, but they walk right into a one-shotter from Bugatti and just sidestep the Spit. It's still going to be decent damage. Of course, a Spit delay, they'll just be able to walk to the other side here and clear out some commons on their way and make their way through. So we get to 30% through this chapter. Still quite a bit before the tank comes in. Smoke pull. Charge. Both landing. Charge. And look, the Smoke is allowed to just walk on top of Nick and scratch him when he stands up to keep him slowed in that Spit.
Yeah, that brings almost a 2-hit average up to about 5% per hit. That's not terrible at all.
Yeah.
They're going to hide inside the room. No, there is no... I believe it was Smoker and Spitter died at the end, so they're going to have tri-cap with Boom without Smoker. So I think we're just going to see a lot of M2s come out of here. Maybe just send the Jockey first, get in there with some charger punches. Hunter's ready to get in there. Oh, they send the Boomer first. One punch. Two.
Whoa!
Grabbed him. Okay, the Jockey lands.
Dude!
Oh, slam. Okay, Jockey's going for a ride. No, this damage is huge coming out.
Yeah!
Stars. Falling apart.
Ah! Yeah, I mean, areas that are great for quads can often be not great for Spit, but that applies to Boom as well in the right circumstance. The Boom is allowed to walk through the door while the Hunter's making noise on the other side, and a triple Boom is just not what you want to have happen. They turn it into so much damage. They're almost below 70% of the bonus. They haven't even fought this relatively early tank yet. Spit comes out. They do sidestep that. But yeah, we've got 9% to the tank, and
right. Next chapter, so Billy, readied up. 2 minutes and 20 seconds after pause.
Wow.
Ballet is slow as well. Hunter is pre-spawn jumping around. Slay, front shotgun, shortly followed by Bugatti. Oh, a scratch, that's it. They're just going for chip before tank commit. And what does Boomer do? Nothing. Okay, they're holding. Interesting, no?
Yeah.
He's going in right away, no? Take it away.
Wow. Chad is just going to go straight in, drops down to a lower level, and immediately gets a corner onto Wallad. And Wallad's going to go down quick here. He actually doesn't go down from that one, but with him being slow, he will eventually go down. We have the one Boom come out, Smoke pull. Alex is going to get hit across the room, which is great for this tank. There's this huge horde. It's tough for his teammates to help him out. Another Smoke pull. I mean, this Smoke is putting in so much work, he doesn't even go for the Smoke target. He's just going to take the Boom guy in the corner. And with one Boom, with one single Boom, that was really all it needed for Dynasty to find the wipe here as he hunts down Rochelle. And this will be way too easy for Chad. Whoa. This will be way too easy for Chad.
He had to reload doll. If he had a shotgun blast, he would have killed the tank. And that is going to be three wipes in a row.
Right. Yeah, and that kind of, again, like you said, they were more nestled in to the warehouse this time around. It wasn't like they were really rushing it down. And still, like, one Boom, you saw two of them were just trapped there by commons while the other one gets hit across the room. And yeah, really easy initial in-cap. Just walks straight up to them and gets a in-cap for, or gets a corner at least with almost no damage taken. So I'm curious to see what Dynasty's strategy is going to be here because they're going to need a good one. Otherwise, it looks like we're just going to have double wipes across the board for both chapters.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's a there is definitely a chance we could see another wipe come out here. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen a finals of a winner bracket go for wipes open like that. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I don't even know if three's ever happened before, but this is quite a beginning and quite infected-sided, needless to say. But Hunter is going to bounce around up at the top. Boomer Spitter going to help it. Smoker looks like he's waiting to get a pull forward. Hunter lands in the tree, unfortunately. There is a 2-boom. The Hunter can't find a target. Smoker can't find a target. Boomer finds 2. And eventually something's going to happen with the smoker.
Reloading.
And maybe
Or-
not. He's just going to despawn and he'll live to fight another day.
Gotta reload.
We saw how paramount the smoker was to the success of
Reloading.
the tank. Of course, we can't really start thinking about that too much, but that is going to be something that they think about more once the future hits get done. But for now, we got a quad. They're not going to let him get to the side room. Charge immediately lands. Jockey will get dealt with in the 1v1. Hunter will as well. But a nice shard, smoking a little bit of damage in there as well.
I like the hit coming in there and all. The only thing I didn't like is I really would have liked to see the two cappers that actually landed grab shotgun players instead of the Uzi players. Make it a little bit easier for the other two as Jockey and Hunter get easily shut down with the shotgun to deal with them. And
Right.
they do lose about 8% damage, which isn't bad, and they're not going inside with the spitter imminent, but it's only a 2-2 Jockey and the Hunter. They're probably going to want to go quickly here. Babylonia doing a good job on holding onto the bonus. This is where it went disastrous for South Stars. Hits coming in. Hunter finds the target. The Spit trusted it, and he did land. The Boomer gets stuck, but does land. They get a little bit damaged, but not as much as South Stars took. No, not even close.
Yeah, definitely not. We got the spitter being left alive. I think that they should be pretty fine to be getting a smoker here. But look at Dynasty's pace. I mean, we got 7 seconds left for Waled. He will be the tank, so no big deal there. Smoker in the hands of Slay. I'm curious, what kind of a hit do we even see? We definitely see Waled go. We perhaps see Bugatti go. I'm curious what they want to do with the spitter. We'll see. Spit just comes out. Okay, just gonna block him. Interesting choice to save into that, but Jockey on the back. Very brief. And let's see MK. A very important smoker. They don't have the boom. Alright, he's gonna go straight in, finds Ellis, gets him right into the corner, but now he's got a lot. I mean, they are wrapping around him, body blocking him. Gotta be careful of double smacks here. A double cap immediately comes out. Charger will get finished off to be able to clear out the smoke while that's gonna go down. And they're only gonna get wing cap. Wow. Wow.
No time for this now. We have to
Body
keep
block
moving.
was big. No,
Let's
they
get you up.
sacrificed massive damage bonus for it.
you want.
Half of it
Yeah.
to be exact. But they don't get wiped, and that's what they were going to accept. So they successfully survived, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on to much of this bonus as they forget to open the door for their teammates. And spawns
Come
are coming up.
on. Yeah, the pressure making some silly choices here and there, but they do get it their heads back on straight. Boom, ready for an arc boom, but it does get baited out. Charge lands way off by his own, and it'll be a charge spit too. Nick taking some free damage for sure. Spooky goes way down. But Dynasty gets to continue.
Yeah, they do lose a lot of bonus for that, though. It was all health bonus, too, if you notice. But they do find a set of pills, gives them another 30 points, but definitely going to eat this so Nick can be fast. Pass the pills through the ground. This is just the way it is.
Reloading.
Know your stuff.
Exactly. The question is, how much of this DB will they be able to get? 50% was left before the hit came out. Definitely going to be finding some amount of DB eaten into from that, but honestly, it's all right. It's an all right hit, but there's full distance is looking pretty guaranteed, and they could even get a couple hundred bonus, which is just not music to South Star's ears.
252 remains. This is going to be their last chance to damage it. The Boomer's just going to stack, and they're going to try to hold off as long as they can to the end here, but Survivor team will push. They do have a Survivor slow, though. Healy might be the target. Points on everybody currently. Jockey's up, Charger's up. They drop down. The Charger misses. Spit didn't even get it through. That safe remained 244 points. This is going to be a pretty good lead for Dynasty / Babylonia after 2-0.
Right about 600 points in favor of Dynasty, which is a comfortable lead. It could have gone worse, but also, I mean, they definitely weathered the storm on that tank. Great decisions being made. Sacrifices sometimes have to be made in Left 4 Dead 2 for your longevity in the game. And that was a perfect example of that. You can't just play greedy all the time. You got to make sacrifices at some point. And talking about sacrifices, this is definitely an interesting chapter for that. We're going to have the events. We're going to have the vent as well. We're going to have all sorts of stuff coming out on Chapter 3 of DBD here. First things first, though. We got a boom, charge, smoke, jock. What is Southstars going to hold on to, and where are they going to toss away? Okay.
I think you just chuck Boomer, keep everything else. I think you have no choice whether you get a Hunter or Spitter. That's what you want. But they're going to ready up pretty fast, so we're going to see a tank at the very last possible moment it can happen on Dead Before Dawn, and that's just the only thing they're going to stack here now. They're going to hold W. They're going to try to push this issue with the button. It might have been pre-spawn up above to see if they can delay this. But I don't see a scenario where Slade's going to have the Spitter up to slow it down, or for them to send the full quad as they try to hit the button. I don't know here now. Look at the smoker. He's not even up in the sky. He's staying down below. What? Oh, they're going to go for a quad here.
Oh.
Okay, they're going for it. This is all or nothing. They're just waiting for a little bait. All right, it started. And here it comes. Smoker lands. Hunter lands. Okay, they clear something. The charger was not even close. There'll be some punches. And they closed the door. Yeah, they did.
Yes.
I didn't even realize they closed it.
Yeah, with a quad setup like that, I think you just leave the guy on the button. Just let him press the button. You're going to try to get all the caps that you possibly can and save the button guy for last. But obviously, the hit still got cleaned up pretty quick. Meager 5% considering all the craziness that can unfold during that event. Bugatti sacks a boom. And we just got a smoker jockey spitter. I mean, that's even sadder than a Poo 2. It's a Poo 2 without the boom. 5 seconds left for Bugatti, and they're just gonna hold W and drop in smoke pull. Jockey, the captains both land. Spits a little bit late, and they still take some good damage from it though.
Yeah, the spitter should have free spit right when the 2 dropped there. No, that was a huge misplay. They could have delayed on the top, possibly even maybe get a kill or a 2 tap in the back.
Yo.
They didn't make no play for it. They just wanted to try for damage, which I understand here now. But when you get wiped like that twice in a finals match, another team makes one for safe rooms, I think you really got to go for every big play possible. Just my opinion.
Facts. Very well said.
Ready?
I mean, Dynasty is showing no signs of stopping. They press the button, run over to Fashion Girl. The boom couldn't find anything. A beautiful skeet. Charge will land. They'll get a charge spit, and there's no safety corner, so it's going to be a big chunk onto Healy as well as a triple boom coming out. And this could be a turning of the tides for Southstars. It's going to be a little bit short-lived. They should be able to get down into this safety area, but still a nice hit at that transition area.
Unfortunately here, there's a little glitch on entering this room. If you stand on the inside, the survivors or the common should run right by it, but they're going to go in. Charger misses. Jockey finds a target. They do get damage in there now somehow. And as you can see, the commons will run by the opening and try to go an event that's above the survivors to attack from the back.
Literally finding any damage at all there, especially without a spit, is pretty respectable. So, well done by Southstars to continue finding something. Although, you know, it is pretty modest. We're going to see Slay as a tank, but again, that's not going to be for a while. Another hit comes out, and the Charger lands with the spin boom stumble in the corner, and he goes down. 2 massive charge spit combos onto Healy. I mean, just absolutely eviscerating him.
Don't worry about me.
That is damage bonus open now. That is almost a 30% gone pre-tank, which is huge for Southstars right now. And they're pushing up early. The door has just been opened, but the commons are everywhere, but the infected could not capitalize. Quad and cap incoming. No, it's going to be difficult to land in here. Even if they let him inside this room, it's just really hard to get the charge, I think. That's going to be the most difficult.
Yeah, I almost can't help but wonder if you'd rather have a 2-2 here. They're going to send it early. Smoke, not really fighting anything. Charge is just hanging out. Everything is dead. They took nothing for it. There's going to be no boom on the run back. I'm assuming that they are going to run this back. No spit on the run back. Actually, it's taking a while to get this tank to spawn in, so they could actually be able to boom, spit, everything, coach. Dynasty, yeah. I mean, look at the pullback here. Obviously, they don't have a spit because the tank was spawned in, but they are going to have the Hunter, Boomer, and the Jockey. Got to be careful on Boom. Got to be on high alert. Finds one. Tank drops in through the vent. Hunter. Jockey is ready to follow up on the guys who are trying to jump over. A smack. But the tank has to disengage. But look at this MK. He's got them cornered over here still. And they have to go all the way through. He's going to cut off Coach. Keeps him inside. Slay goes for the corner. He finds it. 3k HP left. Just got a Charger. 3 seconds left. Charger finds. We got a Smoker. We got a Boomer. Slay gets his in cap. Climbs up into this not often used vent. I mean, kind of sort of often, you know, depends on the situation. But regardless, let's stay focused in. Chad is down on the ground. Trying to pick him up is Spooky. And Spooky's going to get pulled. But an importantly missed attack. Slay is now getting absolutely melted. And down he goes.
No, they clutched that. They were boomed on. They still shot that tank.
Yeah.
That was about to be a triple punch and probably close to a wipe. And now they're going to survive and still have a couple hundred points of bonus left with only about 30% of the map to navigate. Very impressive survivor round there with a triple boom at the end, I have to say.
Yeah. It just, it was like trouble brewing, but the tank was already dead before it could come to fruition. Still, 409 bonus left for this Dynasty squad. A lot of it is tied up in the DB. Hits are very important for South Stars. Very valuable if they can find it. Charger, Jockey, Spitter, and a Boom. Massive hit potential. If they can land it, they've been landing the charge spits on Healy. Are they going to find another one? And not this time. Jock spit, though. He will be able to run out and mitigate a lot of it.
Oh, stretch. Oh, they shoot the alarm. This is
Ooh.
big. If they don't make this jump here, no, they're going to have a quad to deal with before they get in.
Wow. The pressure.
Be big here, no, they're going to have it.
Yeah.
They will. All they're waiting is for Wellhead to come in here. He's going to be in any second. And there's the Jockey. As soon as he has this spawn, they can wait for some comments to come over. They charge. Oh, the Charger was not even close. The Hunter lands. Jockey gets melted. And just a little bit of damage. I think they could have been a little bit more patient there. Not wait for the comments to come in. But yet again, easy from the casting chair. And they walk in with 268.
They do make some good progress. Like the DB gets chunked down to 27%. But allowing Dynasty to still walk in with full distance, full 700 distance, and also 270 bonus on top of that, it really doesn't bode well for them, especially when you consider that they're already ahead by about 600. South Stars they definitely need to make this Chapter 3 work. And the thing is, the kicker with best of 2 is, like we've been saying, it's cumulative. So you can't just give up here. You can't just, take your head out of the game because you're only on Chapter 4, 3 out of potentially 8, 9, or 10. So we got a lot of game left to play out, and South Stars need to stay locked in.
As expected, not super attack. We're going to try to return the favor onto South Stars. And I believe we got the tally to 72.0 was the damage on the survivors before tank commit. I know it was close to that. Could be a little bit more. But they still do manage to put a couple hundred points in. But now let's see what happens when South Stars takes the button. Quad ready to go. Hunter in the back. Jockey drops in, pull forward. Okay, there is a 2 cap. Jockey doesn't find anything. Smoker gets a scratch. Just about 5% damage will come out from that. No, that is it. The take from South Stars, not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, these were both worth pretty much the same amount. And I gotta say, I am a much bigger fan of the relayed hits that we see, the 1x1 hits that we see come out. That was really more in vogue like a few months ago. Like I feel like recently this play style has come more into fashion where you just send in your hit, even if you don't have a quad. Like other hits, we've seen them just send it in, and usually it's just, I mean, it isn't that satisfying to me. There must be some reason why they're doing it. It must just be out of the meta at the level that they're playing at. But it is unfortunate to see the event kind of get reduced to this.
Yeah, because there is no normal map in Left 4 Dead that you can do that, where it's really
Yeah.
advantageous to go one at a time. It's just a
Yeah,
rule
right.
scenario. This is the one chapter you really take advantage of it. And no, I've casted games, actually, a game where I saw South Stars get wiped to that button in a tournament
Yes.
match.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is possible, but for now, this is what they choose to do. Jockey's jumping around down below, got chipped up a little bit, they push 2 down. Oh, it's a 2 cap, the Charger comes in, gets mounted, nice clear from above, and the damage is just building and building. Over 10% coming down there. Big recovery from Babylonia after those first 2 hits.
They're just trapped in the Spit. Spit came out earlier than South Stars, and you could see how impactful it was. They had their choice of 3 cappers as well. The hit was it was more threatening than South Stars's, and the results were much better as well. And also, another hit's ready to go, and this is generally a safe area, but it's also a transition spot where maybe South Stars can get caught off guard from behind. Smoke pull into the charge. Hunter lands as well, and yeah, it's just going to be more damage here.
90 or 79.5 here, and also it looks like South Stars is going to be in about the same condition, if not worse, depending on how these next 3 attacks will go after they start the button. And
yeah,
this is interesting. Bugatti did not grab ammo, and they're going to run back down here. I don't know if it's going to come into play, but he has less than 35 shots left in his gun. Jockey finds Rochelle inside. Spit goes out a little late. Some free spit damage, but damage is damage and all. 77% left.
Yeah, and South Stars got that really big charge spit on Healy at the upper level on their side. Dynasty didn't really find the same success, but that vent hit was so big that it was kind of irrelevant. Got him chunked down to 77%, which is not bad at all. Gonna see what they can do with the smoke charge. No good. Hunter gets shut down as well.
Hey, that's not cool. Seriously.
A little bit of friendly fire, but no big deal. Doesn't pop until the tank comes in. I do wonder if Dynasty might be able to take advantage of that. They certainly tried to with that smoke charge hunt spit hit that just came out. One is successful, but I think they'll be trying it again, or a similar iteration of it. Of course, going to have a different combination this time. It's going to be Boomer Charge with Jockey Hunter. Charge goes first. Beautiful instant clear. Hunter manages to land, and again, just completely stacking Bugatti.
And it was only the 1 damage from the Hunter. Nothing got through. That Charger did not reach its destination. They cleared it before the 7 damage came out. Beautifully done, and just like you said, Bugatti does pop the pills, but they find another set right away. So
Yeah.
now they can go.
No big deal. Exactly.
But they don't look too keen to push. They know there's a spitter though now. They might just take their time here to wait all these commons.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Missing the smoke charge. Absolutely horrific. I mean, everything was looking so good leading up to that. The damage is still... Was that just standing spit? Damage was still coming out. It was certainly rife with just... I mean, I don't know. They're still at 70%. But regardless, I'm curious, ideally, what does Dynasty want here for this return? They got a Boomer Jockey Charger Hunter. Hunter's running in for scratch. Oh. Jockey him 2 away. Boom comes out for 3. It's the charge. It collides. Hunter goes for scratch.
And I think actually Telstar is going to be down just a little bit of HP when they spawn the tank. Actually, no, they got a long way to go. They might have to take another hit. Yeah, they do.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, they have no choice. One more SI hit.
Spitter's back in the mix. Is this going to be a boom? It is. They've got the Poo 2, in fact. Boom dies first again. Run through the spit. Take some more incidental damage. I think now they can afford to go in and bring in the tank.
36% bonus was lost pre-tank. That's kind of a lot of damage, I would have to say. I mean, look at Bugatti. He's pretty much just damage bonus now. So
Yeah.
the tank just got to commit on him.
We got a boom in the mix for this. Charge. Wow. Just easy delay. Okay, M2. So the boom's out of the equation. Well done by Coach.
I thought they might have pushed him there after everything was dead, but they back off.
Right? Yeah, good point.
They gonna fight him in here? They can't do this. They got a vent. Rochelle's in danger of being over there. I don't like this now. I don't like this room, but they don't want to go through the map again. That's why they're gonna hold up here.
I thought they just run out to that fashion girl area, the button that they've got. Well, whatever. This is Southstar's decision. All you once they decide to engage on it. Wow. Send them in. Smoke charge. Go in. Interesting to send in the smoke, considering Southstar's strategy here, but I will respect it.
You know what? No, I would like to see them push forward. There's nowhere for the tank to commit.
Right.
We got out.
Interesting.
Alright, he's in. He is down. He's going to go after Kiao. Kiao trying to fight him around. Does get punched. He fails. Boomer, not successful. Kiao gets punched far away. That is damage bonus now. There goes an in cap. Tank down to 2,600 HP. Still has 3 cappers. He's up top. 27 or 1,700. He is down to 9. He misses a punch there. The Hunter lands. He gets another punch. Oh, there's another punch. Hunter cleared. Another punch on the Coach. And he finally dies off, and he gets all of the health bonus except for 5% because Slay and Wellhead has just a couple of permanent HP. And just like that, it is going to be another round with a triple charge coming out. And that is a round won by Babylonia / Dynasty.
I'm gonna get right.
Yeah, minus 100 bonus just for eating that. And, you know, if they eat something out like this, I mean, the difference between no bonus and 250 bonus is a very thin line at this point. And so far, boom. Pop by Rochelle onto her, and she triggers the ATM at the same time. Common's going to be circling around. We got a Jockey Hunter Charger that could just go while they're all back here. They are going to wait for MLA to get up. Onser, like, they are spawned in, ready to go. They're hopping forward, trying to line up a spit. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Charger lands. Okay, now it's just a spit left. They actually might be able to preserve this bonus MK.
Yeah, I mean, they just lost a little bit with that hit there. They had 130. They're going down to 113. Spit can delay. I don't know if there'll be enough time for the other cappers to get some scratches. Yeah, it's going to be. They're going to get those spawns up.
Whoa.
I don't know if they're going to get much damage from it, though. Smoker, Boomer, Jockey, just not the kind of spawns he won here. But see if they can get anything out of it. Jockey comes in. Jockey is dead. Smoker's being hunted down here. No, nothing's going to come of it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they lose the round, but still just a couple 100-point delta. Trying to see how much that is. What is that, about 800 and change, I believe?
Yeah, about 750, 800. As we head to Undead Center, I mean, Dynasty has just been looking on top of it. I just think back to Southstar's tank, like on chapter 1, if that didn't find the very unlikely success that it found, I mean, Southstars would be way down deep in this hole. So it has been looking very convincing for Dynasty, but at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter who looks more convincing. It just matters who gets the points. So there's still the opportunity here on a 50% tank for Southstars to find some sort of hold in this match, but it's equally possible for Dynasty to start truly running away. Charge will get shut down. Hunter into the way. Boom popped onto Rochelle, sure, but Hunter continues to get into the way, and a very clean execution on that take for the first hit by Dynasty.
They get a little common lock there trying to get over that broken shelving piece. Can be a little cumbersome there to get over it, but they do so.
Right.
But not quickly enough. Now they're not going to get out in the open without another attack in here. They do have a Charger, Smoker, Jockey. They got to spring the trap quickly. Jockey's ready to go. Smoker looks like he wants to pull the back. Where's the Charger at? He's a little ahead of the game. Here he comes, breaks through the door. Oh, they get the Charger. It is successful. But nothing else really lands, but Look how lucky Coach is in that corner now.
Hey, right?
Yeah. But that's a
Yeah,
good
they did
follow-up.
get exactly. I felt like that was a great moment for South Stars where they did catch Coach looking the wrong way. He's looking at the I think a jockey who was just kind of baiting him around, then boom, charge or side swipe. So that's the kind of execution that South Stars needs to be cooking up. 10% until the tank comes out, and the question is, are they triggering these ATMs? I mean, with them clearing out this fancy tramp area, it certainly feels that way, but we'll see what they do. Choosing to maybe wait for the hit. A little bit of patience. Okay, they are going to go ahead and do it and get in there quick. Jockey and shoot away. Yeah, beautifully done by Dynasty still.
Yeah, I thought maybe when they triggered this, they'd go out right away, but they're just going to stay in there again, I think. They're usually inside rooms is kind of dangerous, but this room is big enough where I don't think the spit is that much of a threat and all, so they have plenty of room to navigate around, in my opinion.
Okay.
And usually some of these smaller rooms could be dangerous, but I think this one's good. See what they can do with it. They're going to send everything in. Jockey and Hunter are going to go first. Free spit. It sends her out of the corner. Not much of it. Survivors at 88.8.
Reloading.
There actually is a little corner on that sofa kind of thing that Rochelle was smartly blocking. I wonder if that is a possible spawn. I mean, I feel like we haven't really seen that room come into play very much until recently. But now that it kind of has been coming into play, it's a very nice spot. Although it does it feels weird, like with all the weird objects in there. But regardless, it's a good place. We got a smoker charger, we got Bugatti on the tank, and we got Cow. 10 seconds left to spawn in. Don't have to worry about any ATMs, at least not on this upper level. But obviously, survivors want to avoid getting knocked down to the lower level and in cap. Just going to be trying to get early chip on the tank while staying protected.
I think this is what he wants for his commit here. Now there's no more time change. There also is no ATM to set up, so it's going to be his commit. It's a big tank here and all. They got to do a lot of damage with it. All right.
Already down 1,500 charge. I love that attempt, but they were so quick. They got the reloads in and were already ready to clear the charge. And with that dead, I mean, this is a very sad no-hitter Bugatti tank. It's absolutely a no-hitter. You got to go in with a bit more finesse than that. When the charger was dead, they had nothing left. Smoker, Jockey were completely non-factors. And yeah, I mean, you just have a long straightaway where you just get to shoot 3 SMGs over and over, clip after clip into the tank, and he will die that fast and that easily.
Yeah, his support failed him now, and that's what happens. That is called a no-hitter. It's unfortunate. Hunter trying to find a target, can't.
Wow.
Charger in the back gets to the pre-spit.
Oh!
Big. They need this damage. 2 of them swimming in the spit. Boomer stumble. Nope. There it goes. But that was their tank right there and all, and they needed that badly.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just like, whoa, did we see some friendly fire there? I think Coach popping the pills while his teammates were trying to down him or something right there. Maybe a little bit of unnecessary damage coming out, but I gotta say, I mean, if you're South Stars, you gotta be kicking yourself. Like, you find such a great hit right after what was a completely abysmal tank. Still, they're trying to make it work. Smoke into the jockey. They get the smoke again. Look at the hit coming out. I mean, it does find some damage, but look at the end of the day. I mean, look at the 871 bonus still in the hands of Dynasty on their survivor side.
Yeah, that is huge. No, you said it beautifully. I mean, the hits were great. The last 2 hits were phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. They were great.
Yeah.
22% SI hit, followed up by about 8% more, because they were at 88%, I believe, before the tank commit. And now they're at 56.3. So they got to keep tallying up. Free spit goes out. Jockey comes in. Charger lands.
Wow.
Spit dies. Not as much as I thought that was going to be, though. No, I thought that was going to be a lot more, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. They'll take what they can get, but I mean, this is just making the comeback from South Stars more questionable. They're still gonna have a whole nother campaign, of course, but They would like to win this chapter nonetheless. Jockey Hunter Smoker Boom here got some potential for some shenanigans. Smoker specifically. No, he's just going to go for a random pull down. I mean, these have been softball skeets lobbed to them by the Hunters here, especially on Chapter 4. Don't get me wrong, South Stars have had some moments, but they've also had some floppy Hunters in the mix as well. And yeah, still sitting on 688 bonus. It'll do. It'll definitely do for Dynasty.
They even get the drop down. They're out in the open quickly.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a big choke point taken there. Not as devastating as it used to be because there's a little bit of iframe spots where you drop a bit, but the time for advantageous hits are running out for the special infected. They need to do damage. If they're not going to play another chapter, it's going to be very difficult for them to make a comeback when they're down about 800. Smoker looks like he wants to help out. Oh, the Charger bait free spit. Charger deleted. Smoker pull. Everything cleaned up. Still got 650 left.
Yeah, that's a charge that just makes you wince. It's just one of those where, you know, when a team is in the zone and they're just firing all cylinders, you know, just flow state, they are just not doing things like that. So it does kind of give you some insight into what's going on in South Star's head right now. We do have the boom pop. Charger Jockey Hunter still trying to defend, but this is 1,400 points for Dynasty, and it's definitely going to call into question Fighting Spirit of South Stars as they get mopped up on this hit as well. Charge. Okay. Attempt. No. Nope. Nope. It's not 1,400 points, but close enough. 1396. Yeah.
A lot of points? No. It's going to make it a little difficult for South Stars. And I think if they don't perform here on their Survivor side, man, I mean, with how many chapters they're going to have on Dark Carnival next week, I think they have to play the finale being down. But they got to break into that Delta a little bit.
Yeah. On one hand, I hear what you're saying, but on the other, with them not performing, it's like, do you even want to risk the finale and potentially even go down further? I don't know. It's a trade-off for sure. But yeah, we'll see how they do on their Survivor side first. But look at Rowe immediately getting caught, lines up for the charge, right into the wall. They'll get the free damage. They'll get the double boom. The smoke is ready for a scratch, which he will get. And they stack into a wonderful hit as well. Charger Hunter, Jockey Spit, classic, all-powerful hit, especially in these close corridors.
Yeah, they also did deal plus 5% without a spit as well with that Charger.
Yeah.
Bugatti again getting bullied this chapter. It's kind of seeing like a theme here now that Bugatti's getting kind of stacked here. Oh, nice skeet there coming out from the Survivor side. Free spit's going to go out. It's going to separate Nick with nowhere to go. He's got to run through the spit. Charger comes in, grabs Rochelle. Just gets the 10 damage.
Bugatti.
Jockey gets Bugatti
Wow.
too. And Nick's 2 hits, almost 10% down.
Yeah. You're right. They are really going after Bugatti here. And I mean, on one hand, it does make sense. Bugatti is one of the shotguns for South Stars. It's not crazy that he's taking down. Look at the smoke with the boom, with the double pop. Hunter hopping. Oh, okay. Slay is going to shut it down, prevent the spit as well, bail out his team big time right there in K.
They're going to do the same thing now. They're going to hit the alarm. They don't trust themselves. They play it safe. Get off a hit or two and get this tank up. But now, remember now, they did go into the tank. The other side at 88% health. And they came out of the tank with 88% health. So South Stars got quite a tall glass to fill, considering they're already down 3% more when they already had the tank side on the side. Spawns come in. Charger dead. Hunter skeeted out of the sky yet again. Boomer dies off. Jockey gets it.
And we actually saw the boom trying that spawn in the corner. So this might be a thing where, you know, if you take this room, it looks like an appetizing room, but if you don't know the intricacies of where all the spawns might be, then you might walk yourself into a big boom. But South Stars do have that knowledge, and also I like the way that they move that object in front of the door as well. Makes it difficult for the SIs to get in, unlike when they're wide out in the open, where Roe, aka Bugatti, gets smoke charged into the spit and then smoked back into the spit in the death spit. I mean, the man cannot catch a break. He just can't.
No, I mean, I guess they really don't like his car, so they're really messing with it.
They
You know what I
they do
mean?
not like Bugattis. Yeah, they are not fans.
You know, Bugatti's being picked on, and he runs to the back to avoid being picked on any further. Spooky's up front here, gonna get chipped a little bit by Slay.
Look at
Oh
this!
my goodness, Bugatti
What?
again! One slam, Bugatti
Dude!
is down. Underlands forward, this rock might not get skeeted. Yes, it will. They got an in cap,
Learn to take care of yourself.
and I think this is the fourth time we say Bugatti got hit this chapter. They all
Yeah.
stepped on him.
Diva down for real. I mean, the thing is, like, Bugatti's already slow in that situation, right? And he doesn't want to pop pills because he doesn't want to get bled out by the tank while he's waiting. But then he loses the 1v1 with the charge out in no man's land. Take it away, MK.
He's in, the boomer gets a beautiful.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
The triple boom comes in. Chalky is lingering. They have no chip on this tank. He is out at the survivors where the other tank had 400 HP. He misses his first punch though. He misses another punch. The smoker lands. He gets his first punch at 1800. Second punch comes out. And he actually only gets 2
Wow.
hits. And South Stars takes that beautifully. Even eating a triple boom. That was impressive and all. Very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at that triple boom out the pawn shop, and I was like, wow. I mean, Dynasty really have their SIs on this campaign on lock. But still, some mismacks, and, you know, that's all it takes. They do eat a Bugatti will eat I believe another charge spit right into some Hunt scratches. I mean, they got one set of pills left that they pass over to him. And MK, I mean, it was a beautiful tank, but this is not going to be South Star's Cinderella story here on Chapter 4. This is going to be them continuing to go down deeper into the hole.
Yeah, I mean, considering what happened, they took it great, but like you said, no, the other side just put up too much points. Capers only land the charger, though. Spitter is successful.
Wow.
Might be an in cap on Nikeo. Let's see him jump up on that. No, he will not get on it, and that is very, very rough for South Stars. And no, they look like they're going to be down quite a bit after this, as the number is growing every hit that comes out.
This is a very, very scary territory for South Stars. I mean, they don't have that much bonus left to lose here. 300 points, and they need to hold every single little point that they can. You know, these hits were 20 here and there. When you already got them down so low, I mean, man, the DB, has to be immaculately protected here by South Stars. Right now, it's like they've only got half the score of Dynasty right now. They cannot afford to have any more mishaps coming out. But Dynasty has come up, I mean, on top every single time. They have had South Stars number here, especially as this DBD campaign has gone on.
Yeah, and for those asking, no, there was no wipe on Chapter 3. It was both teams didn't make the save from a different amount of bonus. Unfortunately for South Stars, they just couldn't keep up with them. But here goes the attack early. Underland, Spitland, Charger misses though. They'll get another in cap onto who else? No, Bugatti.
It's Bugatti.
Bugatti's monitor is now not going to function correctly. It's going to lack color for at least until he goes down again. Then it's just not going to work at all.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. All right, he is, yeah, like you said, black and white. You're going to be able to climb up, get through. We got a smoker. And they are going to fall. Coach falls all the way down. And he is going to go down. He decided he wasn't quite done with the food court yet. He said, hold on. They forgot my fries. I'm going back down for this one.
Cheeseburger apocalypse. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He wants his chocolate helicopter, so. Coach gets it. Now he causes his team to have to retake this choke point. Charger is up. Jockey is up. I don't think they're going to be able to reset again. They want to try, but... nope, they get in safely. He tried, no. Not going to be able to pull him out of there.
All right. So just kind of translating what's going on. A little bit of BM, but look at that charge. Maybe they deserve to have that BM. Bugatti's dead. Trying to pick up Cal. We got a boom outside. It's him 2 away. He still gets it. But yeah, basically, Dynasty says, do y'all want to play your match right now? And then MLA says, we're ready. And Slay's like, we already agreed to next week. You know, et cetera, et cetera. So, that is that. Dynasty obviously feeling themselves here. I mean, something we didn't touch on, MK. Bugatti's not going to be able to get any more distance for his team. I mean, this is dire straits here for South Stars. Can they get the remaining, you know, 150 or so bonus, rather distance, that they are trying? Oh my God, Jockey. Oh, okay. Charge will miss.
Charger tried to be a hero.
Ammo here.
Yes, he did.
He tried his attempt, but not going to work out. But Boomer caused a little bit of a delay. Like you said, no, I think there's only about 100 and change left to have. So the hunter gets an in cap, gets killed off, and now it's just a distance game as that exhausts everything. Oh, come on now. Black and white survivors everywhere. He's holding the spit.
Oh.
I'm a reload.
Just a matter of time. I mean, if they could shut down one more, they might be able to make it. Charger, Slay goes down. He's now black and white. All the survivors' monitors are no longer working at all. They can't see anything, pretty much. Oh, the jock landed.
Oh! Flying chinchilla from the other screen. Popping through. Now we got a hunter going in for some scratches. Look at that boom. Oh my God. Bloody boom.
I'm just gonna admit
Well, boys, this looks like it for me.
Random spit. Block him.
Gonna make it.
Alright. And this is winding down here for South Stars. Got one more hit left. Smoker Charger. And let's try to get a jockey in there as well. Here it comes. Oh! Why? The jockey misses. I thought that was gonna snag Walled for sure, but they will be able to lock it in, MK.
Seriously?
You might be able to get Slay. Yeah, they get him.
Oh!
And the GGs come out.
too close.
So, no, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be Dynasty / Babylonia up 3,335 to 1832 going into next week.